This is Headhunter on the Dreamcast. It's a third-person shooter and it's a stealth game. It was released only as a PAL game on the Dreamcast and then it was later released on the PlayStation 2. So on the back it says, "The future's a dangerous place, especially when you don't know where you are, who is trying to kill you and why. It's California in the early 21st century. Human capital has a new meaning and leading the war against crime is the ACN, an elite force of privatized law enforcers known as headhunters. In a truly interactive world, you play the part of leading renegade headhunter Jack Wade, who must embark on a journey of truth and justice, rediscover his identity and turn the criminal tide." So this game is a two-discer. So there we have disc 1. And there's disc 2. There's a manual. As usual, it's got loads of different languages in it. Let's try and find the English one, the English part. You've got the introduction there, and it tells you all about the characters there. Got Jack Wade, Angela Stern, Alan Sharp, Hank Redwood, Chief Hawk, Don Fulcher, is that how you're supposed to say it? I don't know. Grey Wolf, and Ramirez. Then it tells you about starting the game, the options, controls, more controls, targeting enemies and objects, subscreen, more subscreen, game screen, radar. So yeah, like in between missions you can actually ride a motorcycle throughout the set. Blah blah blah, nothing much interesting. Weapons, that's pretty much it. So, let's take a look at Headhunter on the Dreamcast. Okay, so Headhunter was a game developed in Europe. It's a third-person shooter with a few puzzles thrown in. The gameplay is based on stealth. You can also ride a bike between missions. Usually when on a mission you can't just jump out and start shooting at a bunch of guys because you'll just get killed. You've got to take things easy, you've got to hide behind stuff, sneak around, snap necks, etc. And while some people will like this kind of gameplay, I don't. I find it too boring. For me, stealth-based gameplay is too slow and there's not enough action. On the missions you'll also occasionally come across puzzles that you'll have to solve. These kind of remind me of the Resident Evil games. When your health gets very low you can take some adrenaline if you have some. This will fill up the bar above your health in blue and will slowly go down. While it remains it will protect your health when you're getting shot or whatever. After finishing a mission, it's time to go for a bike ride. You can ride your bike around the city. When riding your bike fast and avoiding collisions, you'll gain skill points. You'll need a certain amount of skill points to be able to do the virtual reality tests. Now unfortunately the bike handles like complete shite. Maybe it's more realistic, but that doesn't make it fun. I guess though, if the bike handled a lot better, then it would be too easy to gain the skill points. The city is quite empty, there's not really anything to do there apart from just riding around, but then it's not supposed to be a Grand Theft Auto game. So when you've gained enough skill points, it's time to do some virtual reality tests. You'll need to do these to upgrade your Headhunter license. Upgrading your license will mean that you will be able to do the next mission in the game. You'll also gain access to another part of the city, and you'll unlock the next set of weapons. The game is definitely a challenge, it's not easy by any means. It seems like the developers have done a really good job on the gameplay. The story is pretty good, plenty of interesting twists and turns, the music is really awesome, and the graphics are some of the best on the Dreamcast. Very crisp, clear, detailed and colourful. I'll probably get a lot of hate for this because Headhunter seems to be really liked by a lot of people, but personally I'm not really keen on the game. The reasons for why I'm not is because, like I said, I'm not into stealth based gameplay. The game is also kind of glitchy. Usually I don't mind glitches in games, but the glitches in this game really frustrate me. There's also some parts in the game which really frustrate me too and feel like a complete chore, like the disarming of the bombs in the sewers mission for example. You'll encounter long loading times quite often throughout many parts of the game. It's so annoying. You open a door, you get a 10 or 20 second loading time, game comes back on, you shoot a few guys, you walk down a corridor, you climb up a ladder, and then you hit with another 10 or 20 second loading time, and so on. This really ruins the game for me. It makes it hard to be able to get into it. It makes the game feel so fragmented. I find that this is at its worst on the disarming the bombs in the sewers mission. And later on in the game, the environment starts to feel quite grey and generic, so yeah, personally I'm not really a fan of this game at all. So, that's Headhunter on the Dreamcast, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.